What's up, Sagittarius? How are you guys doing today? Thank you for joining me on my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I am so happy to have all you Saggies with me, as well as cross-watchers. You are all welcome here. So today we are going to do a reading for the month of May for all the Sagittarians out there. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if this video doesn't resonate with you, check out the other planets in your chart. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll put a link in the description box below. It's totally free. You go to a website, you put in your time and place of birth and the date, and it generates a birth chart for you. It tells you where all those beautiful planets were when you came into this world. So it's fun. You can check your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Sometimes the messages resonate more like in your moon sign or whatever. You'll figure it out. Anyway, so what do you need to know? This is a general reading, so it means that not all you Sagittarians out there will resonate with the messages that I am putting forward here today. And that's totally fine. Never ever force something to try and fit into your life or your story if it doesn't resonate on some level. Have fun tossing out stuff that just doesn't apply to you. It's fine. You don't need it. That being said, I hope a lot of this resonates. I hope this gives you some sort of clarity or insight or motivates you to change something up and live your best life, okay? So that is my goal here, Sagittarius. What else do you need to know? Everything else is going to be listed in the description box below. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you like what you see. This channel's brand new. I'm just getting it up and running. It's been up for about a month now. And I am overwhelmed by how kind the Sagittarian folk have been to me in terms of views and likes. That's really cool. I appreciate your support. And yeah, we'll get started. You guys are fire. I know you're ready. You're like, quit blabbing. Let's do this. All right. What can we get from my Sagittarians out there for the month of May? General messages. I don't know if it's going to be about love or career, but we'll find out together. All right. So for Saggies, what can we get for Sagittarius? Beautiful. What messages do we have for Sagittarius during the month of May, please? What can we get for our Sagittarians for the month of May? All right. I just did Scorpio and they had 1,000,000 cards fly out, so let's see what we can get for the Sagittarians. The beautiful fire signs, the Saggies. Can we get 2 more cards for them? For Sagittarius. Sagittarius for May. 1 more card. This one. All right. So bottom of your deck is the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Love. Cancerian energy. Could also be a water sign. Could very likely be you, Sagittarius, in the mood for love, in the mood for nurturing, for being kind, for being more in that kind of motherly, kind, caring state of mind. Or thinking with your emotions. That could be it too. So we're going to go over all these. 5 of Cups. This is your past. The World. Wow. 2 of Pentacles. Present, you have 4 of Cups. The 9 of Pentacles. I was almost going to call it the Virgo card. I mean, it is a Virgo card, but I don't know why that just jumped at me. Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo. You also have the Ace of Swords. Future, you have the 8 of Swords. You have the 9 of Cups, and you have the 10 of Wands. Okay. Oh, goodness. These 2 cards. I've been seeing them so much, and like, oh... Let's see what we can do about them, okay? This is going to be an empowerment reading for Sagittarius. I feel it already. All right, so Sagittarius, in your past, you have the 5 of Cups. This speaks to sadness, to lost opportunities, sometimes depression. It has to do with our emotions, right? We're lingering on these 3 spilled cups that disappointed us, that potentially broke our hearts. But there's still 2 cups here, if we could only turn around and see them, that offer us emotional fulfillment of some kind. Could just be healing, right? But instead, we're lingering on the sadness. We're not necessarily making any action towards getting better, to heal, to, you know what I mean? And I mean, he's shrouded in the black robe, he or she, right? It's a 5. It speaks to imbalances. 5s are generally kind of, in-betweener cards of like, okay, how do we move on from this? So this is in your past, followed by the World and the 2 of Pentacles. So immediately I'm seeing that the way I see it, I'm going to show you what it looks like on my table here. If you were to turn around and see these two cups, what's on the side of happiness, what's on the side of these two cups, potentially other partnerships maybe, is the world. There's a huge opportunity literally right behind you, waiting for you to turn around and see it. And it may have to do with a romantic partnership. I'm just getting, because of the depiction on the cards, I just feel more masculine energy here and then more feminine energy, right? Doesn't matter if you're male or female Sagittarians. But in this, it's like if you could only turn around, there's someone here waiting for you. There's someone calling you. There's really beautiful harmony and completion here with the world. It's the last card of the major arcana, so it's like there's some sort of major opportunity behind you, but it's like you've turned your back on the world. You've turned your back on some opportunity, and maybe you don't know it's there, but maybe you do, Sagittarius. Did you walk away from something that offered a lot of potential, a lot of happiness, because emotionally you weren't ready to move on from whatever these spilled cups represent in your life? It's going to be a little bit different for all of you, right? And then Two of Pentacles. So, I mean, yeah, I think with the Two of Pentacles, I always see the rocky ocean waves, right? Like if you're on this boat, you're kind of, it's like you're up shit creek without a paddle, right? You have to ride out these waves and they're going to be rocky. And it also has to do with the idea of juggling things back and forth. It's not an easy task. It's difficult for this juggler. You can do it for a little while, but eventually you have to make a choice and invest either your time, your money, your heart, whatever it is, into one. It's only a two. Like this person is young in the game of pentacles, right? Whatever that means for you. But it's like you have to focus on one. With this infinity symbol, there's a constant back and forth. But at what point do you grow exhausted, and just give up? That might be what this is. So this Earth speaks about tangible things. It can sometimes be our money, it can be our home, it can be our job, it can be our family. It could be a lot of different things. With this, though, it's just what I'm getting is it was an opportunity, which is a little bit vague. We'll pull a clarifier on it, but it was an opportunity, and one of these opportunities offered you the world, offered you feeling like this versus feeling like this. Now, in the past, your back is turned on this really beautiful opportunity. Could be a person in your life, Sagittarius. And I mean, the roles can always be reversed too, so this could be your person. Could be for the cross watchers, right? I'm going to pull, I don't like to over clarify the past because ultimately it's the past, right? It's not going to change no matter how much I clarify it, and you all, it's going to be a little bit different, but you all are going to know. I'm getting that this world card, whatever that represents, it is, I always see this as an artist. It's like whatever she's holding here, to me, it always feels like something artistic, like she's dancing with batons, or she's writing, something beautiful, writing poetry. Like drumming in a band. It speaks of something very artistic and beautiful, and like reaching out to the world and creating balance through like creative healing. The fixed signs are always represented in the world. So you have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo, if that means anything to you. Let's see. But what I'm getting is almost as like a wink. This person dances to the beat of their own drum. This opportunity may have been a little bit different. There was something about it that if you were aware of this opportunity, you turned your back on it because it was too different. It could have been intimidating because she's really beautiful, right? He or she, doesn't matter. Opportunity, if this is just an opportunity, it was almost too good to be true. You didn't think you deserved it. And And so juggling back and forth of if you wanted to go after this opportunity or if you wanted to stay stuck in depression. Can we get one card for this this Pentacles card? Four of Swords, resting. You didn't make a decision. You didn't make a decision, and so I think you grew so tired, both these opportunities were lost, Sagittarius. Instead of choosing to invest your time, your heart, your emotions, your finances, whatever, in an opportunity. And I say opportunity very lightly because I feel like one is staying in sadness and the other one is raising up your, like, it's like ascending up to the words aren't coming to me, but I know what I'm trying to say. An opportunity that seemed higher up. It seemed like pie in the sky, too good to be true. And in order to attain this opportunity, it would require you, Sagittarius, to raise your vibration and not linger in this sadness. And I mean, no offense, no judgment. You weren't able to do that. You weren't in a place in your life where you were able to raise your vibration. It was easier, it was more comfortable to stay sad, to stay stuck. And the thing is, I think it was meant to be, right? Ultimately, because you needed that rest. You weren't ready to jump at this new opportunity here. You weren't ready to go after the world because maybe there was some serious emotional pain and hurt. Maybe there was a death in the family. You know what I mean? There was something very serious with this Five of Cups. You weren't ready to look for other opportunities. You required rest, and I think that's what you did, and good for you, Sagittarius. Sometimes you need to know what your limits are and what you're ready to do. Now that's in the past, all right? So let's move on. In your future, you have the Four of Cups. So this can sometimes be a card of being bored, of feeling a little bit complacent. It's not bad. It's like you have these three cups here. They're fine, they're okay, but you're not really excited about them. You're waiting for something new to come in that really like jazzes you up, that gets you all excited, that makes your heart flutter, that makes you feel good and happy again, whether it be a person or an opportunity. There's a lack of emotional fulfillment with the Four of Cups. But it does indicate that there's potential for it to come in. Sometimes it's a card of like, hey, wake up, it's right in front of you, but you don't see it. Or sometimes it's a card of refusal, you know, depending on what it falls near. This cup is being presented to you metaphorically from the universe. Like it's come right into you and you choose to be like, It's sort of like this. It's like you choose to stay stuck. But before I jump ahead, let me just see what's around it here. Yeah, you may have chosen, if this was a new person, a romantic opportunity that came in, you chose to be single. You chose to do the work on your own. You may have thrown yourself into your career, into your job, because you knew that that was something you could focus on and there would be a tangible success to it. You could literally see the money coming in if you put your time and energy into this. And so maybe resting on these opportunities in the past did give you some clarity about career, Sagittarius, or what you wanted, what would make you happy on your own, which is really important, right? If you're in kind of this state of depression, this sad energy, it is a really good time to heal. The Four of Swords can be healing, and focus on yourself. The Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, also a card of heartbreak, of pain, of depression. So I think that not choosing this opportunity, as I said in the past, was good. It was what you needed. So now in the present, there is opportunity for new fulfillment coming in terms of emotions, but you're not so much focused on, it's almost like you don't want to put yourself in the headspace of like dreaminess, of romantic stuff, of dating, of having crushes. It's like you don't have time for that because I don't think you're emotionally ready. You're focused on the earth, of what's tangible. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You might be dealing with an earth sign, or you may just have a lot of earth in your chart, Sagittarius. And And moreover, you're focused on the work, right? The earth signs are workers. They like to build. It's all about, being steady, being consistent, getting the job done, being, I was about to say being matter of fact. That could be what this is. You have an Ace of Swords coming in. This Ace of Swords can also represent a new idea. Before I jump ahead, I'm going to pull a card on this. What is this Four of Cups about for Sagittarius? Can we clarify the Four of Cups, please? What is this Four of Cups about? Are they turning their back on an opportunity, or are they not seeing it? Because ultimately, the Four of Cups says that there is some sort of avenue you could go down that's going to offer some emotional happiness. But let's see if you're not seeing it, if it hasn't come in yet. What can we get on this Four of Cups for Sagittarius, please? The High Priestess. Okay. So the High Priestess has to do with sitting. I always say it's sitting and knowing. Channeling messages from within, your intuition. This may have to be with not jumping at the first opportunity that presents itself. With the High Priestess, there's not action there. She doesn't, it's not a card of action. It's a card of intuition, sitting and knowing. Also a card of Cancer, or sometimes Pisces. You had Cancer come up with the Queen of Cups. And because it is a card of inaction, I'm getting that there's no reason to get up off this hill and chase after this cup. The High Priestess can also speak about secrets, meaning that opportunities that present themselves, you may initially turn down or not be open to the idea of them, but there might be more to it that meets the eye. So something you may have written off as, well, that won't make me happy, or this person isn't enough, or it could be the opposite. I'm not enough for that person, so I'm not even going to pursue it. Not everything there meets the eye. There's more to be discovered about this opportunity that's being presented to you, Sagittarius. So again, you're choosing to remain single here, and then this Ace of Swords comes in. This Ace of Swords comes in after some resting, after some healing. You may have a new idea about something, or maybe you're communicating something. What is this Ace of Swords about for Sagittarius, please? What is this Ace of Swords about? Wow. Got a lot of cards. So Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and Nine of Pentacles. You have a lot of nines. Nines speak about being near completion. They're very close to that. And you have the Nine of Cups down here below. So let's see, you have Nine of Swords, you have Nine of Pentacles twice, and you have Nine of Cups. You have 3 nines. Yeah, 3 nines. Okay. So with the Ace of Swords, I think it's a new idea about what you want to move towards, about an opportunity that you finally want to go for. Before, you couldn't make the decision and you had to rest on it, and now, this is how I see it, now it's like the idea has hit, meaning this idea, this brand new idea, and you are racing towards it, right? And the thing is, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity, because this opportunity, this pentacle, I think it's also representative of this cup that was being presented to you metaphorically somewhere in your environment that I'm just sensing you turned it down, or you didn't think it was worth your time or your love. And somehow, by taking time out for yourself, by growing into yourself, by focusing on work, doing, it could be self-work, like self-healing. With Pentacles can speak to the body. You may literally had to have healed from sort of wound, right? If something happened to you. All of a sudden, it's like this. I'm just getting this idea comes very fast, and I'm saying that because of the Knight of Swords, fastest knight in the deck. You race towards this opportunity, Sagittarius, because you don't want it to pass you by. I'm just getting the visual of this hand with the pentacle. It's like, if you're here, Sagittarius, it's like it's slowly moving on to someone else. Like this opportunity is going somewhere else. So if it's a job, it's like you didn't reply to the opportunity to go in for the interview. Or if it's a person, you're worried that other people are checking them out as like a dating prospect. And now you're like, holy shit, like I got to get myself in there. Like this is my opportunity. That's my golden coin. I want it. And with this passageway, it's like you need to run out of your garden. in order to chase after this opportunity. When you're in this garden, you're in this safety zone. It's familiar, it's comforting, right? You know it, it's home, it's your backyard. Now that you're the Nine of Pentacles, you really need to go for what's next in your path, Sagittarius. And it's like you're going from the Nine of Pentacles to get that extra one to make it the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles can either be prosperity, like material gain, abundance. It could also be building a family if you're going after a person. It can just be an opportunity. But you like bat out of hell with this Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. You're going after this idea that I'm thinking it was presented to you in the past. And again, you may have gotten like a sign from spirit with your intuition. I think that's what this is. It's like the one of the pentacles here, and I think it was this one, because we were talking about how this lower vibrational one was staying in sadness. This other opportunity that you weren't ready to come for, it may have been presented to you a few times in different ways, and it's almost like spirit was coming in and like sending you messages about like, hey, remember this? Like that's still available to you. This is still a possibility, whatever, this opportunity that could offer you happiness, Sagittarius. And like all of a sudden it finally clicks and boom, you're going after it. So here's the thing. Going after this pentacle is extremely uncomfortable for you. There's something about going after this that you really, really want. Everything, well, hold on. Everything in the universe is pushing you to this opportunity, and you know it. I'm almost getting like the expression on this knight's face is like he got off on the horse and he didn't even have to like whatever you do. I don't know the terminology to get the horse to go. It just took off, and it's like he's almost like holding on to his hat and holding on to like, you know, for dear life, because he's terrified. He wants this, and to a certain extent, you know, this grand idea, it's almost like he took off before he even had time to think about it. But here's the thing, it's not necessarily bad, but it scares the shit out of you. And I'm saying that because it's the Nine of Swords. Something about this opportunity, it's not just being handed to you. You have to fight for it, right? With the Knight of literally swords. It's like a battle. Two swords energies. You know, you might be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You do have a lot of earth and pentacle stuff too. Whatever it is though, to get to this golden opportunity, this path, there's a lot of anxiety involved. It may have kept you up at night thinking about whether or not you even wanted to go after this opportunity. Now, this is in your present, right? So you might still be feeling that if you haven't set off on this like Knight of Swords journey yet. Okay, two things here. When you go off on this journey, it's either going to be very financially successful. You have another Nine of Pentacles. But it could also be your divine counterpart that you're headed towards, because you both are coming off as Nine of Pentacles energy. You could be headed towards a Virgo or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And again, I'm just getting that this opportunity was something in the past, Sagittarius, that you were juggling back and forth with and ultimately chose to not go after. And again, no judgment. I think it was the right move at the right time. But now all of a sudden, if this is a person, the opportunity to get this person's attention, to communicate with them potentially, it's dwindling, and you know this. It's like this is now or never. That's what this anxiety is. You know you have to go and you don't have time to think about it. You just have to go and try, because if you don't, there's going to be a missed opportunity with whatever this Nine of Pentacles is to you, Sagittarius. It could be money, it could be a job, it could be a person. And I'm saying divine counterpart because it's like your twin. It could be your twin flame, right? Literally the same card, right? Different decks, different depictions of it, but it's someone whose story maybe mirrors yours, and that maybe you both are single, but something about, if this is a person, something about this person, Sagittarius, they literally are looking away from you. If you're the knight coming in, they may have other opportunities, and I think you realize this. And again, the anxiety is, can I get there in time? Am I going to miss this person? Maybe they're moving. Maybe they're literally off on some new adventure. Or yeah, maybe like you're worried that they're taken, whatever that means, if it's the job or the person. I've totally messed up the order of these. It was this way. Okay. So that's in your present energy. So I'm feeling the anxiety there. There's a need to go and to go fast, whether you're ready or not. And that's the thing is, I'm not saying you need to go now. I think this is what you're feeling, Sagittarius. Because I am a big promoter of self-healing, of making sure that all your ducks are in a row before you try to invest, especially in the arena of love, before you try and invest in anyone else. You need to be good on your own. That's really important. So not to get on a soapbox, just putting a plug in there for that. So then you have Eight of Swords energy. So feeling mentally trapped, feeling like you can't move. Sometimes also a card of anxiety, but because you go from the 9 to the 8, maybe the anxiety has lessened a little bit. Maybe you have made a move or a journey to communicate. Maybe you've communicated a little bit, and then maybe you're waiting for the a return text or the results of that communication. Or if you're literally like traveling across the country to go see someone, maybe, you're only halfway through the state and you're like, oh my God, like I can't believe I'm doing this. There's still fear and you're feeling a little bit trapped. Like you've gotten yourself into this position and well, now you have to go for it because you kind of have no choice. But there is a lot of fear and anxiety there. The thing is, you're not trapped the way you think you are. This all has to do with the tricks that our minds play on us with sword energy. Again, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy here. If you just took off the blindfold, you could see that you could free yourself from this sheet, basically, that you've wrapped yourself in. And with your toe stuck in the pool of intuition, the answers come from within to free yourself from, it's an illusion. It's not real. It's something that keeps us stuck in lower vibration and negative thinking. It's kind of like this and like this. I'm not good enough for this opportunity. This person's too good for me. I have nothing to offer them. It's bullshit, Sagittarius. If that's what you're telling yourself, take off the blindfold and realize how freaking amazing you are, right? This is you. You're like the Venus in this card. You're full of love and abundance, and you got this dapper ass fancy robe and dress on, and you got a damn falcon as a pet. You know what I'm saying? Amp yourself up. You literally are the world. You hold the world in your hand. And similarly, this world is calling out to you, whoever this was, when you were stuck in your sadness. You were meant to go for bigger things and other opportunities, but the timing was up to you. You had to want to do it, Sagittarius. So here's the thing. If you can get yourself out of this mental entrapment, what you have coming next for you is the wish fulfillment card. Pure emotional joy, happiness, dreams coming true, things that you've always wanted, always desired, things you've wished for. And it's based in cups, in water. It could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces you're dealing with. The red hat always speaks of me to love, to passion. And he sits there proud, right, of his accomplishments. It's almost like these cups can double as his trophies, all the things he's been through, all the emotional ups and downs that he's been through. He sits proudly there, and yeah, it's like good things are going to come to him because he's proven his worth, not only to those around him, but more importantly to himself. It's that you have a lot of nines. 9 of Pentacles falling before the 9 of Cups. So it's like you have to be good on your own, find your own solid stability, and then your wishes are going to start coming true. Your dreams are going to start coming true. And some of those dreams may include putting things to rest that you've been carrying along for a long time, burdens, gathering up all that negative self-talk, all that hard work you've been doing that maybe didn't always serve a purpose in your life, Sagittarius. You're gathering all that shit together and you're going to set it on fire because you're a fire sign. It's like this is going to be your kindling wood. You're just going to burn, baby, burn. This is going to blaze and go up in flames. And it's going to be beautiful. It's like you're letting go of everything that has just been piling up for years and years. With 10 of Wands, strenuous, hard work, carrying around these burdens with you, Sagittarius, you don't need to do it anymore. You can finally let them go. Now, this letting go of burdens falls under this opportunity that you are in a mad dash to chase after. So something about this, Sagittarius, if you go off on this journey that scares the crap out of you, again, how there's reward at the end, whether it's money or a person, it could literally just be a new friendship, something that changes your life in a positive way. It's going to also release you of some burden here. Let's clarify this 10 of Wands for Sagittarius, please. What can we get on this 10 of Wands for Sagittarius? What can we get on this 10 of Wands for Sagittarius, please? What is this burden that's being released for Sagittarius? What is this 10 of Wands? What is the 10 of Wands? Wow. Okay. So the burdens you're releasing, 5 of Cups, that's this. Releasing this depression, this sadness, it came up again. Wow. And the 4 of Cups, the missed opportunity, for some reason, it's something you didn't think you deserved or were good enough for. You weren't ready to receive this offer of love or opportunity before, something that could have made you happy. You chose to sit and not take action because you believed, it was a false belief, by the way, that you didn't deserve it. You're putting that bullshit down. Those are some of the burdens you're releasing. It's like negative self-talk, Sagittarius. You're releasing that and you're reassessing yourself with Pentacles. There's something that has to with here. It has to do with health. 2 of Pentacles was clarified by the healing card, taking time to heal after a battle, after heartbreak, after depression, taking time to yourself to regrow your garden, to literally plant new seeds so that they can bloom, to start over. Something about these Pentacles has to do with like your stability, but it could be like, it's not swords. I want to say mental health. Could be with this anxiety. You do have some swords here that are kind of not the greatest energy, right? It's stress, it's fear, it's anxiety. It could be healing mental health issues and realizing your true potential, that you can grow into something much more beautiful than you ever believed before. The potential was always there, but it's like you had to become aware of it, that you had endless possibilities. There was a whole world out there that you weren't seeing because you were stuck in like a lower vibrational energy. And that's not your fault, Sagittarius. You know, as long as you can recognize that and want to make a change, right? Nobody can force you to change your life, to come out of this sadness, this dark state, this depression, this negativity. No one can change that but you. And it seems like you have some really beautiful opportunities here to chase after something that means a lot to you. The 9 of Swords, you wouldn't have this anxiety if this opportunity didn't mean the world to you, right? You want to go after it so bad. And I say that because if you didn't, the Knight wouldn't be headed for it, right? Whatever, it's this and this opportunity, but this speaks more to me about leaving the safety and the comfort of your home with taking a risk, venturing out into the world again, and going after what makes your heart sing, what makes you really happy. There's something very like sobering about this message for you guys this week. Like I feel it. It's like very heavy-hearted because you want to release this so bad, Sagittarius. Like I can feel it. Like I want to help release it for you. But it's optimistic in that you're at the 10. So after the 10, it's release. You're done. You don't have to deal with this anymore. But yeah, I mean, you had doubles come up. This depression and this lack of self-worth or lack of deserving what it is that the feeling that you don't deserve what it is that your heart truly desires. Just like smack that away. It's not serving you. It's been a burden to you, and you deserve to absolutely go for every single thing that your heart desires, Sagittarius, and don't let anyone tell you differently. You deserve the best, the absolute best. You're this. You're fantastic. Ugh, I want to give my Saggies a hug because I feel like they need it. So 7 of Pentacles is the assessment card. It's looking at your garden or whatever and wondering, I've planted the seeds, are they going to grow? And I think this has to do with once you go for that opportunity, this opportunity here, it's more this, whatever that is. Could be, going after your twin flame or your partner, your whatever it is. If you do end up communicating, and you know, swords can be communication, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. If you do communicate, it's either like you're assessing, did I say the right thing? Did I make the right move? Did I come in too fast? Again, it's this still, these thoughts of, you know, I don't want to make a move because I don't want to make the wrong move. Just, I'm stressed out just being in that energy. You're assessing it, but just let things come naturally to you. Let things grow as they will, because here's the thing. What do seeds need to grow? I always make this analogy. They need sunlight, right? But they also need water. And Queen of Cups, the Queen of Water, the Queen of Love, the Queen of having a big heart, and again, being nurturing. I think this is what you need in your life, Sagittarius. So, like I was saying, you need a big hug. Maybe you need to go hang out with your mother, or some sort of like, it could be female energy just because it is a queen, but it could be masculine too. Someone who makes you feel loved, who makes you aware of your self-worth. This can also be a therapist, like emotional therapist. And under that you have the Three of Wands, so waiting for your ships to come in. Similar to the assessment card here, it's like, am I doing it right? Is this going to work out? There's a need to wait and see. Not everything can be rushed, and that may also sort of be like a warning in a sense that, like, slow down, Sagittarius. Like, yes, go after this opportunity if your heart is calling you to do that, but maybe this anxiety is making you go too fast. Like, go in your own time when you are feeling well rested and healed, and when you take care of you first, put yourself first, right? Yeah. So bottom of your clarifying deck, you have the Ace of Swords again. So new beginnings, new communications, new thoughts, new ideas, could be new opportunities. For you, Sagittarius, it's almost like whatever this opportunity was that was presented here that I think you were aware of, but again, you didn't think you deserved it, is just what I'm getting. All of a sudden, that idea comes back into your mind, and it appears in like the clouds, and it's like the sword is straight up. It's straight and narrow. This idea, it just clicks for you, and you know it's true. It's your sword of truth clicks in. You realize you deserve good things. You realize you deserve all your hopes and dreams. And under that is the Chariot. You go for it. You fucking take off in a chariot to chase after what it is that you want. And the thing is, the light horse and the dark horse, right? It talks about balancing our internal, right? The dark energy we all have and the light energy. It's, you need to merge them together and keep balance. You know, if one horse wants to go this way and one horse wants to go that way, you're not going to get there. You have to balance yourself on this journey, because ultimately right now you are by yourself in this chariot energy. But to go after what you want, there's a need to be steady, to keep control. Just be very cautious that you're not rushing into things without thinking them through. And the flip side of that, don't talk yourself out of it because you're too nervous to do it. You're not trapped. You're free. You are free to go, to move on from, where are the burdens? Once you let these go, you can just move on. Like, move on fast, rapid, speedy, towards whatever your heart's desire is, okay? All right. Whew, Sagittarius. It's a bit of a deep one for you guys. Chariot, another card of Cancer. A lot of cups. You might be dealing with a water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Decent amount of swords, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And Pentacles too. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I mean, so to be honest, they're all here, right? You don't have a lot of fire, I will say that, which actually kind of speaks to this reading of you're not the best version of yourself because you're having that self-doubt. You aren't presenting as that fiery archer, right? Who shoots his arrow and goes after exactly what he wants, right? Your fire has been dimmed a little bit by whatever this was, Sagittarius. Hi guys, so sorry about that. My phone call came through. So what I was saying was, I can tell that whatever this was for you, it was really serious and traumatic. It hurt you. It changed you a lot. Anyway, so for spirit animal cards, it is Taurus season, and since they are the bull, it just felt like our oracle cards this time for the month of May should be spirit animals. So we'll see what we can get for the Sagittarians out there. What card can go along with this reading? Oh, this is perfect! Squirrel spirit, and it says believe in yourself. What a great message for this reading for you Sagittarians. Believe in yourself. I don't, that's what this whole message has been about. And also believe that you can put an end to this, Sagittarius. You have all the power. And the way he's gathering, it's earth, right? Squirrel, pentacles, his little acorns are like the pentacles. I just see it as like, yeah, he's collecting what he can. These cards feel similar. He's off venturing by himself, collecting those pentacles, collecting those acorns, right? But then what? Who does he want to build his nest with, you know? So I'm looking at the numbers, and it's 57, right? I was looking at it backwards, so I didn't want to say 27. It's 57. So 5 and 7 is 12. 12 is the card of the Hanged Man. So you might be in, like, whatever this coming in for you or whatever you are chasing after, you might be in a bit of a delay. And because the idea of gathering acorns, it's like for winter so that you can store them, right? When animals hibernate or whatever. Not that squirrels hibernate, but just go with me here. There's a need to wait for the seasons to change, even the way there's like leaves right there. There's something about the seasonal change is going to bring this about. It's like when the flowers start to bloom, and this might be perfect for May, right? Because it's like that warm weather's coming in. We've moved into spring. And this card speaks to the idea of fall to me. But more so Hangman, in that you've had to wait for something, so it's coming in. And it's going to be during a changing of one of the seasons. So if it's not spring into summer, it might be summer into fall. Okay? That's what I'm getting for you. But believe in yourself. What a great message for the Sagittarian reading. I love it. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel today. I really appreciate your time and your support. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will probably catch you guys mid-month for some more tarot readings. All right, bye Sagittarians. Love you guys.